Hello, my name is Conan Elliott and I'm Director of Instruction here at Camas Meadows Golf Club in Camas, Washington. Today we're going to talk about how to trim golf club shafts. Well, it's a fairly simple process if you have the equipment. First of all, of course, you need a golf club and a shaft, and you have to decide how long you want it to be. Usually we do that by fitting the student and letting, so if they need longer or shorter shafts, then we can take the grip off and we can cut the shaft. The tools we need for that is, of course, a club. We also need a very precise, good measuring stick, a marking pin. We'll need a chop saw that we can chop with, and we'll also need a grinder just to trim off the burr off the end of it before the club is reshaft. First thing we got to do is determine the length of the golf club we're gonna cut and how much we need to cut off of it. So we're going to lay the club so that it's sitting level on the floor and up against my yardstick here, or my measuring stick. You can see that this is a 36-inch golf club. We're going to cut an inch off of it, so we're going to mark that right at 35 inches. Once that's marked with that level, I'm ready to make my cut. Before I make my cut, guess what? I remeasure it, because if I cut that off and it's the wrong length, now I got to put some back on, and that's a lot harder work. It's the old saying, I've cut it 3 times and it's still too short. Well, that's kind of what happens here. So make sure, just before you go to cut, make your better measurement. Club's level, it's at 36, my mark's at 35. Now I know I'm exactly right and I'm ready to cut. So now we're ready to cut the shaft. So we're going to place it in the holder, in the saw, with the clubs, with the line lined up right where the blade's going to touch. I like to give it about a 32nd of an inch longer than where the line is, so when the cut's made, it's right on the line. I'd prefer my cut to be a tad long, never short. So I'm ready to cut, so I turn the saw on, pull through, saw quits running, and I pull out. The next and final step is to take the burr that's on the end of that shaft off there so that the grip goes on smoothly and you don't get cut. So I'm going to turn on the buffing wheel, buff it, now I got a nice smooth end. Run my fingers over it, the shaft will go on, no danger, and the grip will go on there very, very smoothly now. Won't tear the tape, and you're ready. This is Conan Elliott, and that's how to trim golf club shafts.